what's up everybody? Welcome to CG Market Watch. And today's topic, it's kind of simple, right? Why is Ethereum in the green? And why is it only Ethereum? And at the same time, I think we should also be covering what exactly is going on with Ethereum's prices, what are some of the reasons why it's pumping. And it's kind of strange that we see Ethereum or the entire market kind of, the entire market is not doing that well today. And we are looking at Ethereum kind of moving, right? And it's kind of a strange phenomenon happening on a Friday, which we normally would expect it to just be taking profit day. But yeah, Ethereum is doing quite well. So let's just investigate what is happening, and most importantly, will this sustain, right? So we have that discussion ongoing as well. So let's begin. So the first things first, let's look at the coin market cap, right? And on the coin market cap right now, what we're looking at is for market cap, we are currently at 132 billion, and 24 hours volume is about 14 billion, and Bitcoin dominance is now at 51%. I think a few days ago or a few hours ago, I saw it when I was looking at Bitcoin dominance. It's about 50.8% or so. So we do see some movement back towards BTC. We also see previously on 2 days ago, we see that BTC dominance was higher as compared to what we have today. So what exactly is fueling this process of why is it that Ethereum is moving, right? So when you scroll down to the top, at least top 10, we're looking at Bitcoin currently at 3861. Now, of course, these prices are not reflective of what you would see on the exchange, but we do see Ethereum going up by about 1.39%, right? And the rest of the different kind of course, the top 5, the top 8, isn't doing very well, all right? So, of course, we hope that, with Ethereum's movement, it will pull up the rest of the top 10 at least, okay? So once again, you see that Tether is now in green. Now, when Tether is green, it basically means people are hedging out towards to Tether. So it's a very straightforward thing. And Tron, for God knows why, whatever reason, is moving 3.55%. So guys, this market is really inefficient. It's a market that you don't know what exactly is going on. You have no idea why a certain token is pumping for whatever reasons. You don't know. Why is Tron pumping? Is it a new partnership that Justin Sun just mentioned? Yeah, we don't know, right? So the rest of the other tokens, well, we are still in the top 20, in the top 30, we are still not doing very well. But we do see some stable coins moving slightly through US dollar 0.14%. We can see that Petzos is also up a little bit, and the rest of it are just random tokens here and there. All right. So I think what's important to kind of note now is that today it's a Friday. Market is very thin. And we don't expect a lot of movement today, so don't go on and expecting huge movement coming on today. All right. So next, to cover a few news we have for today and coming through, we have number one, Circus OTC crypto trading desk saw 24 billion in volume just in 2018. So Circus just came in with their profit last year, or their volume, they just reported it. So Circle Trade has now become a core liquidity provider to the entire crypto ecosystem. In fact, Circus also own Poloniex. It has bought over the exchange, and it also has its own stable coin, which is called a USDC, right? Which is basically backed by them, right? The Circus token. So they also own Poloniex. And interestingly, what had happened is that Circle claimed that over 600 counterparties executed over 10,000 trades over the entire 2018. And these trades span over 36 assets, okay, and they include different hedge funds, crypto, and whatever not. So what they are really looking at is this. They are also looking at Poloniex has already added a few other tokens. At the same time, 20 other assets were delisted from Poloniex. Well, it's simple. It was just a bearish market. A lot of different assets were removed from the exchange. And the number of open customer support has dropped, all right, but because the number of people or traders kind of decreases, right, because the whole bearish market is here, no one is really passionate about trading back then. So with that being said, Circles invest due to so what they're going to do is that they're still going to be doing OTC. They're also saying that we believe that more traditional assets will become scrutinized through tokenization. They also mentioned that, in fact, because of the OTC increases at the counter area, they also mentioned that there will be a huge growth in terms of new institutional clients, okay? And that will actually grow their trading operations 24/7 to cover US, Europe, and Asia. So what it actually implies is that the institution fund people or traders or institutional investors are all coming into the market via OTC way. All right, so this is just a certain good news for the market to know. Now, what we do have is also Dow Jones. All right, so economy is going into a recession, right? So there are two schools of thought here. Now, there are people, economists, saying that, hey, recession signs are here. We see finance stocks or bank stocks, dropping by 10 to 20%. We see Dow Jones, S&P. We saw FANG stocks not doing that well, namely Apple. Apple just dipped by 10% in hours after declaring and lowering their profit, their estimation of their product. So things like that is happening, all right? But one thing we need to kind of note is that we do see a more than 80% chance of recession following Dow plunge. So the whole idea here is when will this have an impact? When will this really come in? When will recession really come true? So Trump actually made another statement saying that the market or the stock market per se, or the US stock market example, would recover. Okay, that's what Mr. President Donald Trump said. That the economy might see some recovery when US-China trade war kind of dies down, right? When the agreement is being set, once it's all more or less firm up, the economy will kind of go up again, all right? So that is his kind of argument, saying that, hey, the American stock market is still sustaining, is still well. But a lot of economists, a lot of detractors are not saying the same thing. They are saying that, hey, recession signs are here. Dow Jones, S&P 500, they're not doing very well. We do see a lot of investors, fleeing to safer asset, like, or safer currency like Japanese yen, right? And therefore, a few days ago or a day ago, we do see Australian and Japanese yen currency pair. They had a huge discrepancy, right? It's all over in just one night. The Japanese yen appreciated by more than a huge percentage. So this is kind of happening, all right? In fact, gold prices is also kind of going up. Commodities, nowadays gold are being searched more than Bitcoin, right? How to buy gold instead of how to buy Bitcoin. So we can see a sudden surge in gold searches, and therefore, are we really close to recession, right? So that's another question that a lot of people are asking. Now, personally for me, I do see that maybe the economy will get more sluggish in 2019. It will be slowing down, but perhaps the true recession will come in 2020. But we are already like 10 years late, right? We're already 10 years after the last recession in the subprime crisis. So maybe it's almost time, right? The question is, can crypto be the survival? Now, finally, moving on to Ethereum, right? What's Ethereum really doing now? Now, basically what the whole hype about Ethereum right now is due to the, I don't want to pronounce this wrongly, Constantinople fork, all right? So this is something to do with, now take note, right? So normally when we say it's a fork, or be it a soft fork or hard fork, we kind of always assume that there will be a new token, right? So guys, one news flash is that I don't think you will be getting a new token. It will just be more of a certain upgrade, right, to the protocol. So we are upgrading from POW to POS, which is proof of work, to proof of stake. So when you look at what's happening, intends to move proof of stake in the future. So they are making a move to POS, will cut the energy consumed by 100-fold. All right, so this is actually one of the ways to reduce energy consumption, because right now they're still on a proof of work model. That means you can still mine Ethereum, but in terms of profitability, definitely it's not there, right? Not as compared to previously, when the market was doing well. So previously Ether's price actually went to about $1,400, okay, but right now it's of course trading below $200. In fact, it made a miraculous recovery of up to 80% in the last few weeks. But that's another tale for another time. But here is what's going to happen, right? So the whole idea here is proof of work is based on the concept of large quantities of electricity and mining and problem solving that generate rewards in the form of mined cryptocurrency. So proof of work necessarily operates on a logic of massive power, but proof of stake breaks this symmetry by relying not on rewards for security but rather penalties, right? So the whole entire network of Ethereum is shifting towards POS, okay? And this is just the layman way of understanding what is happening. Now, not only that, we also have another fork that's coming out, which is the Classic Vision, right? We call it the Ethereum Classic Vision hard fork. So there are once again two schools of thoughts. People are saying this is a scam. There are people saying this is not legit. There are also people saying that it may be legit. But my question is this the driving force for the prices, right? Is this the reason why Ethereum's price is moving? Okay. So when you look at the source, when you kind of just look at this site, they kind of explain to you what's Ethereum Classic Vision, what you will receive, right? All Ethereum holders will receive 3 ETCV for each ETH in their personal wallets. So one thing to note about the market, as I said again, the market is inefficient. There are many people that are very driven by hype, very driven by free tokens, free airdrops, and that this could be partly the reasons why. All right, now if let's say, I was just wondering, right, if let's say there was no upgrade to protocol, if there's no POS upgrade to Constantinople fork, you know, and we're just relying on Classic Vision fork in that sense for Ethereum, will the price move as much, right? So what exactly is the driving force here? The free airdrop tokens from Classic Vision, or really the protocol upgrade, right? So that is the question. But there's also an argument between Ryan and me, in a sense, is whether or not the Ethereum movement is already priced in. So investors or traders per se already knew that these forks are coming, right? So from 2nd January onwards, after when we cross over to 2019, we do see that price of Ethereum started going up significantly from $130 up now to $150. And in fact, before we even crossed the new year, Ethereum's prices were already moving. So the key question here is the movement already priced in, right? Is the fork movement already priced in? Is the hype already over in that sense? So here comes my theory, all right, is that number one, we're still quite early, all right? So today is the 4th January in Singapore at least, and we are, so let's just focus on the Constantinople fork, right? We don't focus our action on Classic Vision at all, because let's just assume that it's a scam, okay, for now, all right? So let's just assume that in that sense, we just focus on the fork, on the protocol upgrade, and this is one of the reason or driving force of why Ethereum is moving. So that's my own assumption here. Let's make some assumptions here. Okay, so this is my assumption. Now, so today is the 4th Jan. 16th Jan is actually the Constantinople fork. All right, so we have about 12 days building up to that fork, or the protocol upgrade in that sense. All right, so does it imply or does it mean that you need to have Ethereum for you to, you know, go through this particular upgrade? All right, so this is not really communicated just yet. Okay, but one thing to note is this, is that the argument is, if let's say Ethereum's price were to continue to go up, okay, faster or more than BTC is moving, then Ethereum is going to be leading the market for a while, right? Now, so if let's say the price is $154 as of now, as of today, based on the exchange, and we move to $160, $165, for instance, right before the fork happens, okay? So let's just say example that happens. Now, a lot of different ICO projects, okay, or traders who bought Ethereum at $80 or so will start taking profits significantly. Okay, so this is more or less more of a hype play. We are all just buying the news and selling the action, right? So we are just buying the news. So this is the news that's happening. Everyone's just buying this, buying the rumor, right? And we sell upon the news. Sorry, mix that up. So they are buying the rumor, selling the news. So this is what's happening. They're buying the fork news, okay, or the rumor. And then once it's launched, once the fork is over, everyone will start dumping Ethereum. Those that have bought in at a lower price will start throwing out again. Those ICO projects that need additional cash, they want to cash out some Ethereum, will start taking profit off Ethereum as well. So our personal point of view, or what we'll be looking at, okay, this is not financial advice, but just letting you know what we are thinking, is this. Building up from 4th Jan up to all the way to about 15 or 14 Jan, perhaps Ethereum's price will carry on to go up, maybe. After that, we'll see Ethereum's price getting hammered slightly. Reason being, normal taking profit, ICO projects could be taking profit as well, and then the rest. So the question is, where will these funds move to? Okay, so let's say I want to take profit from Ethereum. Will it move to Tether? Will it move to US dollars? Or will it move to BTC? Now, the safest assumption here is this. If let's say the whole crypto market is recovering, the safest bet is to move it to BTC. Right? Because if you move to US dollars, you move to Tether, it means that you are totally out of the market. You need to buy back in again. But if let's say you're an ICO project and you're cashing out, you want to go back to US dollars. Now, if you're a trader, you will go back to BTC, because at the end of the day, you want to have Satoshi gains, right? So ultimately, this particular thing that's happening, Constantinople, oh wait, this is tough. Constantinople fork, all right? I don't know why they have such a tough name for a fork, right? But in any case, this particular fork may kind of push BTC price up later on. All right, so this is just my own speculation. This is non-financial advice. Definitely just what I perceive may happen in the upcoming weeks ahead. All right, so with that, let's move on to BTC chart, and we'll go to some questions later on as well. All right. Okay, so what we do see now is this is the BTC chart. It's very simple. I basically haven't included much of a resistance range or support range for now. So it's a very kind of like a very plain chart. But what we can see is that we are at now 3817. It's very uncanny for BTC to be moving on a Friday. Most of us in the group, at least for Legacy and Elite, we're looking at it going down. But it's very strange that we're heading up. But as of 4 hours right now, we're still heading up into the cloud on 4 hours chart. Personally, for me, I'm also not looking forward to a huge movement coming from BTC. Now, anything can happen in crypto world, but personally for me, I do see more downward action for now, partly because it's the Friday. We do see RSI is recovering above the midline, so that's kind of like a good sign. OBV or volume per se is still on a high side, so that's actually good news for now. All right, so in fact, when I just kind of draw this, you get a clearer picture. So let's just draw the RSI from here to here, and let's just draw the volume. Okay, my bad. Okay, let's just draw the volume from the bottom here to all the way up, right? So we do see there's a kind of like a divergent situation where RSI and OBV is kind of heading up, whereas the price movement is still very slow. Still, in a sense, it's a Friday, volume is still very thin, and therefore we don't see much movement as of now. All right, but breaking up above the cloud, which is at $3,900 level, will be the key area we need to watch out for more movement upwards. All right, but the unfortunate news is if let's say we were to hit around this region here, around this trend line, what we may do see is a double top. Okay, so once again, when the double top formation is formed, we may see some downside once again. So personally, we won't be able to see much movement coming from today, at least on a Friday. So hopefully more movement will come in next week. All right, and we have to break out of this particular wedge that you see here as well, and therefore there'll be more movement upwards later on. All right, so the Kumo cloud does show some movement upwards later on. So we do hope that over the weekends or maybe next week we'll see some movement upwards. Okay, if not for now, we are still quite, I wouldn't say pessimistic. I would say we should still be looking at some downside action or forces before we do see some movement upwards later on. Okay, so this is mainly for BTC. The greatest question is, you do see that BTC is still hovering in the Kumo cloud, right? But when you look at Ethereum, right, on 4 hours as well, Bitstamp, we kind of do see that the Ethereum's prices are kind of heading upwards still. Okay, so we can still see that it's above the Kumo cloud. Okay, it's still doing pretty well, and we do see that the RSI and OBV is still kind of on the upside still. So this is kind of like a huge recovery after so much downside for the last year at least. Right, so what will happen after the fall, we won't know. All right, but it's the same old thing. Right, now the market is inefficient, like I say again, so market forces are in play, sentiment is in play, hype is definitely here, and that's why Ethereum's prices went up so much significantly. The greatest question is whether this is already priced in. This is already priced in. Now, is this upward movement the result of the Constantinople fork, okay, or Classic Vision fork, whatever? So this could be the pricing in of the fork, all right, and therefore we may see some more movement upwards, leading up towards 11 Gen or even 16 Gen. So the key question of which fork is the reason why Ethereum is pumping will come in a few weeks to come. All right, we will know the result in a few weeks to come. So we should kind of like stay tuned for now. But as you can see, between BTC and Ethereum, like I say in the last few CG Market Watch, we do see some more movement when it comes to Ethereum as compared to BTC. All right, so this is kind of reflected in a pair of Ethereum versus BTC. All right, so it's kind of obvious. Now, before I move on to the Q&A section, there's one most important thing that I have to announce today. That is for CG Protégé's weekly winner. Alright, so for those who don't know how to join CG Protégé, okay, let me just go to our website first. Okay, cryptogurus.com. We see a graphical Ryan here launching a rocket. But in any case, If go to blog, okay, and you'll be able to see a CG Protégé post, click on it. And CG Protégé is actually kind of sponsored or courtesy of Huobi Elite, Huobi Global, right? We are kind of like a strategic partner with them. And what we have with them is that we are providing a CG Protégé group. It's totally free. It's a Discord group. Basically, what we have inside is it consists of things like trading competition, weekly and monthly. We also have a monthly newsletter that we'll be working on, and we also have a live trading segment that will be coming very, very soon. We'll be announcing very soon next week, so just stay tuned on that portion. So once again, it's free. Just sign up, the links below, right here, join now. And just go to our cryptogrinders.com, our website, click on blog, the first post, CG Protégé, and you will be able to find it. All right. So if not, just refer to the links below in our YouTube segment. You'll be able to find the links as well. All right. So just want to quickly say and declare who are the winners. I'm very, very proud of you. These are the top winners for the last week. So congratulations. All right, so we'll be announcing the winner within the CG Protégé group itself. We will be announcing you as the winner. We'll be contacting you privately as well. We'll be telling you what rewards you'll be earning from Huobi as well, courtesy sponsored by Huobi. All right, so all you need to do actually is very, very simple. As long as you join CG Protégé group within our links, we will be able to track your weekly or monthly volume, and then we will be able to give you certain rewards based on your trading volume as long as you top for the week or even for the month. Right? It's that simple. And you may receive anything, example from trading fee discount on your Huobi platform, or it could be certain other rewards that we are still kind of discussing with them. All right, so stay tuned. There'll be more upgrades, more updates on CG Protégé as well. All right, so last of all, let's just go to the Q&A segment to see if there's anything that you'd like to ask. Okay, so so two questions, right? Veteran and Kev. Now, I personally don't really look at Zcash. Not really a very big fan of privacy tokens. So I'm not really very big on privacy tokens. So be it Monero or Zcash, I'm not really looking to it. We can also say that Zcash is now listed on Coinbase, so that's the good news. But for me, this year's strategy for 2019 is very straightforward. It's very simple. I'm just focusing on the top 10 or tokens or projects that I'm very close to, or I know what they are developing on, and I know that the team is still moving. Those are the projects that I'm focusing on. If not, the other pot, which is a trading pot, is just in and out of BTC. It's just either leverage trading or leverage trading on BTC or Ethereum, as straightforward as that, or even just going from alts and out to BTC. So I won't be focusing and holding so much anymore. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Now for veteran, please, do you think F will retrace for entry or good time to enter? Now, personally, I still feel that F or Ethereum will retrace slightly. Now, there's no one straight up to heaven or to moon for Ethereum. We do see some downside still. Okay, anywhere between 145 to about 148 or 9 is a good point for entry. But do not enter anything above 150. I think it's a very dangerous place because everyone is trying to take profit at certain moment in time. So you do see that 155 region was being rejected. It's like it's a human psychology kind of thing, where we love whole numbers. We like to take profit there. So it's a usual thing. So don't set your entry at whole numbers. Don't set your limits or stop loss or take profit at whole numbers. Just set it at weird decimal places. That's just one quick tip for you guys. But personally, I will be looking at between 145 to 150, right? So this is non-financial advice. This is just what I will do personally, and I'm looking at those levels. Okay, that's for me. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you all next week. There will be a lot of announcements that I'll be making next week as well. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and safe trading.
For more crypto-related content, check out our website now.